Hello, everyone. I'm the okayest bassist, and this is my Klos Apollo V Custom. So, for those of you who don't know what Klos is, Klos, not Close. That's a different thing. That's a word. Klos is a company that is known for making carbon fiber acoustic instruments like guitars, U basses, travel basses. They've made 4 strings, and this last year they started making a 5 string and a 6. I met the guys at the NAMM booth, including the owner Adam. We talked back and forth. I told him I was interested in getting one. I was going to buy one off the floor. They decided against doing that and told me they could sell me like a B-stock neck that had some scratches. This one has just a little bit of scratches between the neck and the fingerboard. And I got it on a really good discount. And then I paid a little extra because I liked this red top, flame top, instead of just a solid color. But you've seen the unboxing. You see they come in a tiny little box, and then you can put it together yourself. But we are going to give it the review today. So we have our 4 categories on a 5-star scale, or just scale. I guess I don't use stars, but whatever. So the first one is on playability. So playability, 5 out of 5. This thing is comfy. The back of the neck, I don't know how to describe it well. Being carbon fiber, it's very smooth, it's very slick. It doesn't feel like a glossy painted or glossy lacquered neck. It feels like, it's a synthetic material. It's super slick, super smooth. It's not a thing I would worry about like getting tacky. If anything, it might end up being a little too slick if you have like oily or sweaty hands. It might slide, but I think it's fine. It's super comfy if you're not that situation. String spacing is good. Everything about this thing is comfortable and playable. Playability, 5 out of 5. On parts, 5 out of 5. It has Klos's in-house made closed gear tuners. They're very lightweight and very responsive. Carbon fiber neck. In the time I have had this, which is quite a few months at this point, I think I've had to touch up the tuning twice. Carbon fiber, of course, unlike wood, isn't prone to expansion, contraction based on temperature or humidity levels, so the neck stays really solid in your tuning stability. Other things, it has this super nice bridge. It has the screws at the back to attach that attach to the saddle, so you can adjust intonation with that. It also has the open top on the bridge, so you can drop the string in. You don't have to thread it all the way through. That's just nice creature comfort if you're doing string change. Looks cool. Black with the silver is pretty nice. Has the standard setup of set screws to raise or lower string height. Good bridge. Really like that. Has, of course, carbon fiber pickguard. That's what they're known for, is carbon fiber. And this particular one is their base, BASE, model that has their in-house pickups. And these are passive. So you have volume, blend, and tone. These things sound phenomenal. This is in 100% at this point. This is in my top 4, maybe top 3 best sounding basses. These things are great. If Klos had a system similar to EMG where I didn't have to solder things, I would talk to them about getting pickups from them on the regular if I had something I wanted to swap out, because these things sound great, and they behave really well, and the electronics are dead simple. Volume, tone would be cool, but I just leave it in the middle so it's both pickups, because I'm not doing things. I set it and forget it, and I go from there. Practicality, 5 out of 5. This thing looks like a bass. You're not going to a church or to a venue and somebody looks at it and goes, oh my gosh, like some of the other bases I have that people give crazy looks to of what is that? Why are you playing that? Does not do that. You take this thing on a stage, people might notice it's a cool color. People might notice that the neck is black and wonder, okay, is that painted or who knows what? Nothing about this screams, I'm different, I'm special, look at me, I'm daddy's special boy. None of that does. None of that happens. So practicality, 5 out of 5. If we're talking about longevity for practicality, it might even be a 6 out of 5 because of the carbon fiber neck, has stainless steel frets. The neck is probably going to outlast everything else on here, which is cool because then you can just bolt it onto another wooden body and go from there. Finally, purchasability, I got to give it a 4 out of 5. Klos is a small team of people building these, and they don't just get a massive shipment of necks in, hang them up on a rack, have a massive shipment of bodies, have them sitting in a rack, and then someone says, hey, I want the red flame top 5-string, and they just grab one, pop them in a box and ship them to you. They go through each instrument and make sure that the CNCing on the body is done well. They make sure that the neck that is going to go with that body is properly married and fits properly. It doesn't have any kind of angle that it's not supposed to have, that it fits snugly, that it's not wiggling around, or not that it's too tight that you have to hammer or press the thing in. They make sure every single one is put together, tested, works, and then they remove the neck and ship it to you. They make sure everything on it is right. So it's not something that you can go to a store, unless it's a really awesome store. It's not something you're just going to your random Guitar Center and grabbing, unless they happen to have one used, in which case, lucky you. It's not something that you're just going on to Klos's website, ordering it, and they're shipping it out within a couple days. Like, it will take a bit of time for them to get everything put together. So it's not something that you can just have immediately. So 4 out of 5 on that. That brings our total score to 19. Almost perfect. Again, if we're talking longevity on the side of practicality, you could round it up to a 20 out of 20 because it is more longevitous than a standard bass because of the inherent nature of the carbon fiber and stainless steel frets. The thing's going to last close to forever. So awesome bass, almost perfect. Again, if someone out there wants to go through with Klos and give them crap tons of money so they can hire a bigger amount of staff so that they can have the turnaround times cut way lower, we can get that purchasability score up to a 5. Adam and his team are awesome. They are great to work with, but as a small team, they're doing everything they can, and they're doing it as well as they can, and without being a ridiculously huge scale operation, it's just not going to happen. But if you want to go out and give them a whole bunch of money so they can build up and get that score better, I'm sure they would be fine with that. If you just want to give them money, probably be great. Or if you just want to order a whole bunch of basses and tell them to ship them to you whenever they feel like it, that'd probably work too. Outside of that, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day.